What's up? I'm Ashley, and we're breaking down The Boys, Season 4, Episode 8, Season Finale. Let's get into it. Just like we expected, we saw Kessler taking over Butcher's body. But before that, we saw the effects that the Compound V had on his health. His blood pressure was extremely low, so he knew he only had a limited amount of time left to fulfill Becca's wish, which is saving Ryan from his father. He also knew this was his chance to get Ryan to turn against his father, and this being the less destructive way instead of creating a soup pandemic. Butcher is trying to persuade Ryan to stay in the CIA base to become strong enough to defeat his father. But when Ryan killed Mallory, Butcher knew that it was too late to save Ryan, and he was just like his father, Homelander. So when Joe appeared behind Butcher, Joe didn't even need to say anything to Butcher because Butcher already knew what he had to do. When Butcher arrived back at HQ, he interrupted the deal that was going on between Victoria that was set up by Huey. We finally see what Butcher's powers are. He had these tentacles that came out of his chest, and he could control them each individually. He wrapped one around Newman's eyes so that she wouldn't be able to use her powers. He then restrained her, lifts her up in the air, then ripped her in half. Now it's R.I.P. Victoria Newman, and with Butcher taking the virus away from Frenchie, Butcher is now on his way to release the virus into the world and begin the mass killing of all soups. But with the virus not being strong enough to kill Homelander, I wonder how that will play out. Maybe the plan is to take down all the soups around Homelander so that Homelander will become weaker. Homelander goes crazy when he discovered the photo that Ryan had in his backpack of his mother, Butcher, and their dog. He's like, he's not your father, I am. He had Ryan scared over there shaking. Homelander had the American flag on fire. Lit up, he was so mad. Homelander's feelings was so hurt, he decided to get on TV and outs Victoria as a soup. His emotions be all over the place. He wanted to hurry up and get this plan going, which is Singer being killed and Victoria taking over as president. He wants her to become the first soup president and wants her to be his puppet. But with the assassination attempt going wrong on Stinger and Victoria being dead, Homelander wanted to get everybody that had leverage on the Seven be killed. Homelander was crying again when he thought his plan didn't work. That soup supremacy was never going to happen. But when Sage comes through and had Speaker of the House on the phone, who was ready to pledge their allegiance to Homelander, he sure did perk up. We find out everything that's happened has been a part of Sage's plan. She's crazy. We should all be afraid of her. She was excited because she knew exactly how her plan was going to play out. She knew all of the chaos that it would cause, and that made her happy to be able to see her plan in action. Everything she did was so that Homelander will be able to get into power, including Stinger getting arrested for Victoria Newman's death. She tells him there's going to be a part 2 to this plan. Homelander says, "Why are you doing this for me when I told you to get out of here?" She tells him, "Because I wanted to see if I could do it," with a smile on her face. She's a psycho. So Homelander was able to get exactly what he wanted. A new president that was his puppet, and he is now able to get all of the Starlighters together and anyone who isn't on his side and is against him put into camps or maybe even just kill them, especially with martial law now being a thing. And speaking of being killed, Homelander wants the Seven to kill Ashley, which then makes Ashley go into Homelander's apartment and take Compound V. We didn't get to see what her powers will be, but it sure did look painful. Her wig fell off, she bald-headed, and it looks like her brain is moving around in there. Hopefully, whatever her power is, it'll end up keeping her alive in all this mess. Homelander saw his father, Soldier Boy, being contained in the sleep chamber, something that he was once a victim of. And being that Soldier Boy is the only soup that can rival Homelander, will Homelander free his father? And in season 5, will we see a battle between father and son? We saw Ryan become just like his father, the same thing his mother did not want him to become. Mallory told Ryan all about his father's destructive acts and him abusing his mother, which ultimately ended in Mallory's death with Ryan killing her. Ryan didn't care about Mallory telling him he reminded her of her grandchildren. He didn't care about none of that. She had to go. Mallory wanted to keep Ryan within the CIA establishment and train him to become strong enough to kill Homelander. With Ryan killing her, this sets the tone for season 5, because if he never would have killed her, then this never would have led Butcher killing Victoria and getting the virus to kill all Supes. With the shapeshifter taking on the form of Starlight, it became a major part for the finale because they were trying to frame Starlight for the murder of Singer. But with Starlight able to escape the warehouse and going to the underground bunker that Singer was being kept in, she had to fight herself and was able to defeat the shapeshifter. But she was still having an identity crisis that never changed. She said, "I don't know if I'm a hero. I don't know who I am." When Starlight and the rest of the boys were leaving town with their passports, they were stopped before they were able to leave. While Huey was being taken away, Starlight became face to face with Cindy, someone we haven't seen since season 2. Luckily for Starlight, her powers just started working again because she was able to get out of there and fly into the sky, something we have not seen in a very long time. With Victoria being outed as a Supe on live TV, she saw the future that she'd be entering if she became president, which is doing everything Homelander wants her to do. And she don't want to be nobody's puppet, especially Homelander's. She knew it would be a continuous war between humans and Supes, but all she really wanted was to live in peace with her daughter. She wanted out and she went to Huey for help. She wanted to make a deal with him and the rest of the boys so that she and her daughter can get away from Homelander. But Butcher came in there and ruined that plan. R.I.P. Now this means her daughter Zoe will end up in the same orphanage, Red River, that she was once in. I wonder what Stan, her father's role, will play into next season. Huey was proposed to by shapeshifter Starlight. At that time, he thought it was real. He thought everything was good, but it wasn't until he got to the bunker that he knew that wasn't the real Starlight. When she said to him, "It feels like a furnace in here," is when he finally knew, that giving him a flashback of when the shapeshifter said it before, which then leads to the whole Starlight versus Starlight fight. And after Starlight forgives Huey for sleeping with the shapeshifter, he gets taken away at the end with the rest of the boys. Kamiko and Frenchie finally kiss after 4 seasons. Kamiko admitted to Frenchie she has feelings for him, and that the only reason why she said she didn't mind if he was with Colin was because she felt as though he deserved someone better than her. But Frenchie tells her that's not true, and they share a kiss that's way long overdue. But then Frenchie and Kamiko get separated by Vought. Kate and Sam are the ones who separated the two, with Kate using her powers by whispering something into Frenchie's ear, making him follow her, with Sam holding Kamiko back. And this is where we hear Kamiko speak for the first time, her first word being no, repeatedly. What a way to burst someone's bubble. And I'm kind of upset we didn't get to see A-Train in this season finale, although I am happy he was able to live another day. I thought for sure he had it coming, but at least he'll be in season 5. I really enjoyed this season finale. It was actually the best episode the whole season. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this finale down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.